Hey guys, Camper15 back up with another video for you guys. Back with another episode review of A Wild Last Boss has appeared, and this will be the final episode of what I can officially say season one, because it actually got confirmed we are getting in season two. Now, apologies for being a week late on the review of A Wild Last Boss, but look, shit came up last week during the week of the basically of the review and everything, and obviously work got in the way. But now that I'm officially on Christmas break, there you go, right? So, anyways, yes, we got some crazy revelations. I think we actually kind of have I guess, an accurate take of what Dina is now and what the hell is going on here. But it's crazy. But look, what I am happy is that hey, we got a confirmation for season two. I think it took like maybe a day or two after the last episode of season one aired, and they immediately announced that we're getting a season two for this show. So it's great. This show is a really good show, and it definitely warranted getting a season two. So it is going to be interesting to say the least, right? But anyways, let's talk about this episode. So we do start the episode off with the hero dudes. We just basically kind of see that the hero's got a new party or new party mates because some of his old party mates that we saw in the last few episodes, because they were so terrified of the Demon Lord and Lufas's powers, they basically upped and quit. Now I think the one chick and the one tiger dude still stayed on, but he got new party members, right? Like he got, I think he said he got like one of his part old farm, one of the party members' father to join instead of her. And then it's funny enough, the king tried to join. He's like, "Don't worry, I'll be assisting you guys too." And obviously his servants would be like, "No, no, you're not doing this. You're too old to do this. You need to be a king, right?" So hey man, I thought that was hilarious that the king tried to help, but hey man, they're like, "No, no, no, you don't need to do anything. We're good. You're good. You're good. You don't need to do jack shit, right?" So there's that. But anyways, this then gets us to Lufas's whole part of the episode. So they're going to try to go to obviously her old home, from the flashback stuff. But at the same time, they're going to go pick up their last party mate, which is Parenthos. But they end up going up there and they knock on the door. Then this like white winged girl comes out. We later find out her name is Virgo. I wonder if that has something to do with just the god, just like the whatever it is. The like, I think Virgo is like a Greek god or something like that. Whatever. But I did find it very comedic that she has pink hair because I do watch Fairy Tale. And Virgo in that show has pink hair too. So the only difference is she doesn't have blue eyes, and then also too she's not a masochist. So that's the different thing. But look, cute little girl, cute girl. It's absolutely hilarious because they're like all the party mates are like, "Who the hell is this?" And then it's funny because you had Icarus, like he's like, "Why are you trembling before Lady Lufas, right?" And then Lufas just like, "You need to stop doing that. Sorry for that. Okay, we're here to see Parenthos and have her join our group." And she's like, "Oh, Granny? Oh yeah, sure. I'll show you where Granny's at." And they're like, "Granny?" They're like, "What the frick?" And it's absolutely funny too, because then also too when Lufus actually looks into Virgo. Virgo has actually pretty high stats, and then it's funny because Dina's like, Lady Lufus, just to let you know, like, I don't know if she can join up because she's gonna steal my thunder. It's like she's like me, which is absolutely hilarious to say the least, because Dina's like, I'm not trying to be replaced. I'm not trying to be replaced. Again, I still don't understand why she just doesn't transform into Venus, because that's her more attractive form, but I digress. Anyways, Virgo goes to show them where Parenthos is at, and I'm thinking, oh, and they say like, oh well, she was human, so she probably will be very old. But they find out she's basically already dead, right? And it kind of, again, it makes sense because, well, she was human and humans don't live long like their races do. But maybe, Lufus said, like, well, maybe there was hope that she was still alive out there, right? But no, she's dead. And basically they're like, okay, well then I guess here's the thing. Like, I just go to my hometown. So, they do go to Lufus's whole home area, right? And it's absolutely crazy, just to see just the ruins of it. It's like as if it was abandoned, right? So I wonder if maybe Parenthos took in Virgo as her own, and maybe she was like an outcast or somebody that left Lufus's old home, right? So basically, her Lufus's the party members basically talk about like, oh wow, this is Lufus's home. Wow, this is great. And Lufus is like, well, yeah, that was my home, but actually, this over here was where I lived at, and it kind of pissed off Ikagoras and oh my goodness. It was funny that it pissed them off, right? Ikagoras and Ares to the point they go into like freaking sheep and bull forms or minotaur forms, right? And they start trying to trash the place until Lufus basically say, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" And then they basically like, "Whoa, we're so sorry." And basically Lufus like, "I understand that you're upset and you're respecting and you're doing all this in honor of me, but not at the cost of my home. So don't do that." And they're like, okay. Like, there was multiple times that she had to like calm, especially Ikagoras down because he was tripping this episode. Because also too, before they even go, there was this freaking barrier right in place, and basically we find out like Parenthos, occasionally comes here and there to just refix the barrier, and this dude without Lufus telling him to break the barrier, this dude straight up breaks the barriers, and Lufus is pissed, and she's like, I thought I told you to not do things without me saying so. And he's like, yes, ma'am, I'm so sorry. And then he ends up going back and going when they get up to her hometown again. So, regardless, anyways, she flies off to go search at something, and she looks, I guess, at this volcano-like site, mountain-like site. And then that's when we see the ghost of Parenthos, and Parenthos is talking to her, giving her this information. Like, we find out like in this crater, it's like basically a dormant dragon, and the dragons are like basically the guardians of the world. And if these dragons get loose, well, they'll definitely defend the world in their honor to the point like they'll turn the world into nothingness if that's the case of what they need to do, right? So Parenthos also does make a mention, like Lufus is clearly not strong enough, and then two, she does bring up the fact about the memories, saying like, you don't remember everything, do you? And Lufus is like, how do you know that? And basically Parenthos is like, well, I just figured the way you were talking, the way you were acting, it just didn't feel like you remember things. And again, it goes to this mind manipulation thing of like, okay, did Aloe Venus have a play or a role in manipulating, excuse me, sorry guys, I'm just tired. I'm manipulating Lufus's memories, right? And then this is when we get this crazy information drop about Aloe Venus. And we find out like, oh yeah, have you ever heard of the Avatar? No, not Avatar The Last Airbender. And Lufus is like, what are you talking about, Avatar? And basically, Parenthos is talking about and saying like, well, an avatar is basically something spawned by the goddess, and basically the thing is the avatar basically does the bidding of the goddess like as if it's a puppet. So it basically follows the will of the goddess. So, I just want something to just, keep an eye, just want something to just let beware of that because, they're very obedient to that. So more than likely, it's looking like our girl Dina is probably an avatar sent by Aloe Venus. And again, using this, and again, we don't know what the whole point of why Aloe Venus brought the real person of of Lufus into Lufus' body, and then doesn't give Lufus all the memories and everything to catch him up to speed. But it's just like, wait a damn minute. What is Aloe Venus have in mind for Lufus, and why is she going this far to erase Lufas's memories and why she's not as strong and everything. And also too, it's like, why did she send Dina for her reason? Like, is there something like she's trying to do, reset this world in her own image, or I don't know. But if anything, this does confirm that Dina is clearly an Aloe Venus's avatar. Again, it makes sense. Her alter ego is Venus. The goddess is named Aloe Venus, unless we get another plot twist that, oh, ha ha ha, you know, Dina has another, Dina is Aloe Venus, and she actually has a selected avatar, and the selected avatar is something else. But again, at this point, Dina's still sus, so more than likely, Dina is probably is Aloe Venus's avatar, because actually it kind of makes sense. You know, hey, let me create somebody, you know, that is. But then again, apparently we do get I guess an idea of what Aloe Venus looks like, and she has blue hair. Now, maybe the whole case is the reason why Dina has this approach or this look of blue hair is, I guess, in a weird way, if you want to kind of relate it to what is it? May I ask for one final thing? The goddess Palmia in that show basically created or reincarnated somebody into our world as Terranessa, and she used her hair to basically make Terranessa look similar to that of Palmia, right? So maybe that's something here. Maybe that form that Dean is taking is a form that looks identical to Aloe Venus, but in reality, we know Dina's actual form is Venus's form, right? But then again, we don't know like what is what, right? But you get my point there. So it's very much clear that clearly Dina, for the time being, is more than likely a pawn that Aloe Venus is controlling, which adds into all this deceit and this deception that Lufas has been going through. And because of this, because of this, Lufas is a little bit heated because she's like, well, then what the fuck is the point of, you know, this goddess? And obviously the whole point is, I guess my journey is to find out what Aloe Venus truly wants with me and why she did all this stuff, and things like that. But, you know, that we'll just to find out in season 2. Don't know when season 2 is going to drop. For all we know, it can maybe drop next year, maybe fall of 2026 like it did here. Or maybe, you know, sometime in 2027. But look, man, the show has really been great. It definitely lived to the hype, like a lot of people said, and I'm definitely intrigued to see where the story's gonna go, especially with this Aloe Venus whole thing of like, why is she, I guess, in a weird way, manipulating or using Dina to manipulate Lufas, and then erasing the memories, and then erasing the fact of how like strong Lufas can clearly get. I don't know, man, but I'm ready for all the plot twists that we got going forward for the rest of the story. But yeah, but anyways, if you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts, hit the subscribe button if you want to get more Wild Last Boss content headed into season 2, or any other anime, you know, stuff that I talk about on the channel. Again, I've already done my video of what I will watch / review on the channel for 2026. For Winter of Anime. So, you know, if that's something that you want to do or you want to check out and see my thoughts on that. I also might probably, you know, I know one of my boys, my co-host Red Wolf, he may come over for New Year's. So maybe we might get together on a collab video and talk about, and I guess list some of our favorite animes that we had for 2026. So yeah, but anyways, that's all I gotta say. So catch you guys on the next video, and yeah, if this is it till season 2, see you guys later, but hope to see you on the next episode review of any anime that I show. So till then, guys, peace.